Alright, little peoples. Whee! I was gonna quit for the night, but I've changed my mind. We'll do one more here. That'll be bueno. Let me know when Wally Moore gets in the house, or somebody tag Wally and tell him we need to see him over here for a minute. I got this freaking awesome colored piece of DiamondCast from Tim McKenzie, and Wally had asked me a little bit ago if I would go over what I do with painting the tubes, painting the blanks, how that all works. So I figured I would turn one more pin tonight, which, sorry, not sorry, and we will go over that process. So we'll do pretty much the whole thing start to finish. The only thing I've already done at this point is drilled the blank. So blank is drilled, ready to go. And Wally, if you're in here, will you say hello so I know that you're here, so I can start doing an explanation? I just found my favorite gluing up block in the world. I glued up pretty much every pin I've done for the last 2-3 years on this little block right here. So sweet. And I just found it in the bottom of a toolbox. Anyways, so the question was, what do we do about my words are not happening. Question was, what do we do about painting the tubes or the blanks? How does that all work? It's a constant back and forth with folks on, do we prefer painting the inside of the blank or do we paint the outside of the barrel? Now, for me personally, you do what you want, make your own choices. That's the life you have to live. For me, unless it's something that's completely very clear, I only paint the outside of the tube, the barrel. Other people swear by painting the inside of the blank. That's fine. If that way works for you and you like it, go for it. Suitable. For me, I like to paint the outside of the barrel, and the way we do that is take the barrel. I use 240 sandpaper, same stuff I do my sanding with, and just gently, lightly scuff the barrel on the outside. Okay, so we are nicely scuffed now. Ta-da! And then, no ending! The real tricky trick that makes everything awesome is that I use this shiny toy right here. Rust-Oleum high heat spray aerosol can paint. And this guy right here is the ticket to getting not only your barrels painted well and effectively, but also getting them to dry quickly enough that you can go ahead and get on to turning or gluing in and then turning your barrels very quickly. So this is the ticket, that's the stuff. Rust-Oleum high heat. I know Krylon makes a version of the same thing. Several places do, but this is the one that I prefer the mostest. Give it a wee shake, and then secondary trick, get yourself a length of whatchamacallit, dowel rod, a diameter that your piece will fit over. Hang it on there, that way you can rotate as you spray and keep your hands away so you're not spraying your hand colors. Okay, and then we will take that to the yard. Give me a second. It's cold outside, y'all. Oh, I'm hanging up on stuff. My thing is big. Here we go. Come out to the yard because the smell is not great. Another little shaky shake. Let's get you guys somewhere where you can see what's happening. Good. Good. Rotate as you spritz. Ta-da. Now you have a well-painted tube. Alright, just a second. Let me grab you all and drag you back in the house here. Ooh. It's cold out there, y'all. It is cold out there. Okay. Secondary trick, not really necessary, but nice to have the option when it's wintry time and it's cold in the shop. Crank up the little gas stove machine. Set the tube on your stack of wood. Hold it still with a piece of wood. And right here, you'll get some good quick heat. And since y'all are all hanging out watching the show, you will see how quickly this little buddy is going to be drying for us. That way, it'll be ready. You can see it drying up as we speak. That is freaking cold, Jason. That is too cold, sir. Where do you live? Wherever you live, it's the wrong place. Golly, negative anything is too few numbers for temperature, period, ever. Alright, continue to count with us. It's been, what, 45 seconds, a minute maybe? Wisconsin. Incorrect choice. That is too cold. Good gracious. I can't handle that. I live in North Carolina, not by accident. Alright, so there you have it. Our barrel is sprayed and ready to go. That's why we use that high heat version paint, because it's already ready to go. Okay, so oh no, I'm unplugging the phone. Just a sec. There we go. Now we're plugged back in here. Take the cold over hurricanes. We have no hurricanes. I am 150 miles from the coast. The last time we had a hurricane anywhere near me where I'm at was when I turned 1. I'm presently 31, so every 30 years, to avoid -9 every year, I'll take it. Just kidding, I'm sure Wisconsin's great. Okay, so that is a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Paint is fully ready to go, dried nicely, no trouble, no dramas. That would be why we use that kind of paint. All right. So we have got now our piece. Let's take our shiny glue here. Boop. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Alright, and set up to install our freshly blackened barrel. Spin that back and forth a few times. Get that glue down in there nice. Use the corner of whatever you're using to press it in a little bit further than the very end of the tube. That way you make sure you've got something to clean off with your whatchamacalliter. That makes sure that you got something to trim back when you use your barrel trimmer. That's the words. The words are here and happening. And then always, always, always take your little CA, fill in on the back side, and that will ensure that you never have a blowout on the end of your blank. A lot of people have blowouts right on the very ends when they're turning. Usually it's because there was a slight separation between the barrel and the actual turning material, and when you don't sort that out, you're likely to go boom. So that would be why we do that. And I go back sometimes twice just to make sure that I don't have to worry about anything on there making it blow out. So now we got our piece. It is on and popping. We don't have to worry about blowouts on the side. That's good. So we're good there. Now let's take her over here and we will do a wee bit of barrel trimming, shall we? Ooh. Y'all, there are so many freaking ladybugs in my shop. It is Ladybug Central in here. That is annoying. Okay. 1 second, team. Ken Perkin. Alright. Let's crank her back up here. There. Knock her down. Can everybody see? Alright. David Riley, how are you, boss? Delicate balance between how tight you want to make this thing and making sure that you don't blow up your blank while you're clamping that thing on, so be careful with that. If it's too loose like this, it'll slide down. If it's too tight, it'll crack your blank. So it's a little bit of a touch and go game sometimes with that. We're not quite there yet. We're just about there. Always make sure when you're barrel trimming your blanks, make definitely positively sure that you're getting all the way to the brass. you don't get all the way to the brass, you run the risk of, again, having it go boom, because you got part of your barrel there that's not, or part of your blank that's not protected by the barrel, and that can make a bad situation. There we go. All right. Side number 2. There we go. Nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. Ready to rock, Doc. Okey pokies. There we go. Okay, now I've got our cool piece here, cruising. That drill's been about to die since forever. Yes, it is garbage. Drill's terrible, but it's the drill I have. Yes, that drill is a piece of junk, but it drills, I guess. Let go. Okay. One more Wall Street 2 set, shall we? Okay. Gotta keep a couple extra sets of bushings laying around for spacers. Gotta have good spacers. Here, let's see what we like. That'll do nicely. Sorry for the slow upstart. We were going over a couple of things. I'm gonna go 1 second, y'all. Let me go sharpen up this little tool a second. Here, look at that. Alright. We're nice and sharp now. Everybody ready to play? For real now? Alright. Let's get everybody can see nice and clean and clear. Under control. P.S. This is DiamondCast and it's gonna be freaking awesome. Can't wait. No, this is not a run-of-the-mill Tim Blank. This is something he was just playing with one time, and I happened to be over at his house and took it off his hands for him. I was running my fingers on the bushings to make sure there wasn't any bounce in the, oh, what do you call these dang things? Oh, my brain! In the mandrel, making sure the mandrel was sitting true. Otherwise, I gotta fiddle with some of the settings on the mandrel to get it snugged in right, but it's running really good, actually. Ah, the joys of DiamondCast. Turns so beautifully. Yep, I thieved it. Callie. Well, it was a good experiment, though, and I'm going to enjoy it now. Now, I'm not responsible if people start insisting on y'all carrying this color. But it's gonna look freaking awesome, so good luck with that. thing's gonna be sweet, y'all. Mr. Stone, yes sir I am. How are you? There you go. Very nice. I figured it wouldn't be very much like me to stop turning at 10 o'clock. Nice. Well, you know, last night was Valentine's Day night, so I'm assuming everybody's in a good mood today. This is neat. Oh yeah, this is aluminum light. Very, very easy. Yeah, I said aluminum light. I know. No, I did not. I wish I had. I love that blank. The lovely individual who is purchasing that pin is sending me the kit for it. So I am lying in wait for the kit. Man, that would have been a good idea. Dang it, I should have thought about that. That would have been the smartest, best thing to do. You are absolutely right, Jennifer. Michael Stone Street's in the house. How you doing, boss? Smartestest. You know it. you doing, boss? Dave, that one was an acrylic blank from Woodcraft. Just one of their standard acrylic blanks, and it was also beautiful. Here's the pen we just finished a little bit ago. It is epic. Love this thing. They're gonna be twinsies, kind of, except for colors not even similar. This is not a kitless pen. This is gonna be a Click Wall Street 2. This will be awesome to make a kitless pen out of, and I might have to see if I can swindle Tim into making me another blank like this to make a kitless pen out of. But this is going to be a regular pen. Man, this looks cool. I am so stoked about the look of this thing. It is nice, nice, nice. Yeehaw. That's just swell, just swell. Turning very nicely. Okay. Troy Carroll's back in the house. What's up, Troy? They call it a smoky quartz or something. It's the same. I mean, it's $4.99. It's the same as all their regular blanks. It's cheap, but it looks way more expensive than it is. Yeah, Woodcraft's been stepping up the game pretty hard lately on the old acrylic blanks. Woodcraft's trying to keep up with y'all. And they can't. Yeah, the Woodcraft blanks are no joke though. The material they use is hard stuff. Them things are hard for real. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, rings are fun. Joshua Hollis, highly recommend getting yourself one. It is beautiful and whimsical to use, let me tell you. You just feel like a magical fairy dust person cutting one of these things. It's so freaking nice, dude. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This thing is gonna be pretty baller right here. I like this now. Yeehaw. Awesome sauce. They did good. He makes some mean blanks too. Alright. Looking good now. Looking good. Good, 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 good. Alright. I do not think so. I think it only works with flat stock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no problem. See you later, man. Have a good one. Alright. Explain it now! Alright. So I run all of my tools up to and finishing with the skew. The skew I use to make the final flat, smooth profile whenever possible. There we go. And then from there, depending on what the piece is, what kind of material it's made from, generally speaking, I will start sanding at 240. I usually sand 240, 320, 400, 600, and 800 before putting any kind of finish on of any type. Once I get to the 800 grit, we do this part. Oh no! I've cut it too close! Rats! Hold on a second. Silly old self. Just a moment. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so sand 800 grit, and then if it's got different kinds of wood or different kinds of stuff in it, I usually clean it with denatured alcohol. This is just one kind of homogeneous material, so I'm not going to clean it with anything. That's going to be cool. After I get it sanded to 800 grit, I lay on my CA coats. I do 7 coats of medium tight bond CA with stick fast activator, which you'll see here momentarily, and I'll explain to you the rest as we go. These are my weapons of choice. Tight bond medium, stick fast activator. Alright. Now, generally speaking, with a really hard acrylic, I will just wet sand and buff. Anything that's made with straight Alumilite, I will coat with CA, because Alumilites can be soft. It's always the softest of the resins to turn, but it can be soft enough that it's difficult to get a good polish on without having to fight it for a long time. Therefore, whenever I have straight Alumilite, I will give it a CA finish. Exactly, yeah. So here we have coat number 1. Yeah, DiamondCast with CA is the ticket. If you don't CA your DiamondCast, you may be missing out on some serious sparklage that you could have had you CA glued it. Alright, second coat here. I turn the lathe by hand when I'm laying on my CA coats. I spray the activator from about 2.5 feet away from the blank itself. If you get too close, it'll cloud up and screw up on you. This is going to be pretty baller right here, actually. Third coat. Alright. Third coat nice and dry. Fourth coat. Fourth coat's nice and dry. Fifth coat. Fifth coat's dry. I'm going to do a thick 6 instead of 7. Usually I do 7 coats. I'm going to do 6 on this. I usually lay on the final coat a little bit thicker than the others. There we go. Let that marinate just a little bit. Yes, David Thornton, I am using CA on DiamondCast. It will up the shininess of your final piece to use the CA on it. Good to go. Once you get your CA coats laid on, give it a minute or two to cure up for you. It's cured up nicely now. I'm going to slide y'all to the side just a little bit, so that we don't fling any water from our wet sanding process onto our camera device here. I don't want to buy another one. Hey. Alright. At this point, I don't need the suction machine anymore. I leave the vacuum system running while I'm laying on my CA coats because it sucks some of the CA fumes away from you, so you're not sniffing CA the whole time you're trying to put your coats on. But you don't want to be sniffing CA if at all humanly possible. It's not good for you. Also, it smells like crap, which doesn't help. That's correct, Dave. Swiatnik. Alright. Now I'm coming back with the 1000 grit Abralon foam back pad to knock down any potential texture that I could have on my finish from the application towel putting your CA coats on. If there's any texture on there, micro mesh after the first grit is not gonna smooth it out. You're gonna end up with a lumpy finish. So take that time with the very first grit you use, whether it's the first micro mesh grit or something like this, whatever you use, make sure the first thing you touch it with gets rid of all of the texture. Otherwise it won't be coming off, because the rest of the grits are too gentle to get them perfectly smooth. So here we go. Nice and smooth now. And we'll grab our trusty Zona papers. Swatnik. Got it. I hate pronouncing people's names wrong. Alrighty then. So that's got good finish up here on the first grit. And we got 6 of these to run through. So we'll run through them quickly and smoothly. Brian Diamond, every time you come on here, I have a 3-year-old daughter. So every time you come on, I think of the Trolls movie when the little pink one goes, "Good night, Guy Diamond." Alright, number 4. Grit number 4. Okay. Next to last grit here. Number 5. Just know it pops up, you know, who is coming on coming into the viewing area or whatever, and every time I see them, "Good night, Guy Diamond." Every time. Alright, so we're getting down to where we want to be. This is going to be shiny and snazzy as crap. Yeehaw. Alright. Good enough diploma for the Zona. One second, team. Set this water out real quick. Alright, let's bring y'all back down here and see how she's looking. Ka-freaking boom. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. It's an assorted set. They come with the ones they come with. I can't remember exactly what the numbers are. They're just numbered 1 through 6. They go from something, it's written in metric or something, whatever they call it, but it's relatively equivalent to I think 1,300 through 14,000 grit. What bushing meters do you have going on? Very nice, Jeff. I just have the regular mandrel from Woodcraft. Nothing fancy at all. So that's just a Woodcraft mandrel, and I just stacked on a set of junior bushings behind here to make the space up. Microns is the word. Rick Graves is correct. Yeah, so I mean, my setup for the whole turning thing is just the same as everybody else's. There's nothing magical at all. I think it's all Woodcraft because they have it over there, and it's like 15 minutes down the road from me. So I believe that's where it's from. My father-in-law purchased this mandrel, and he only buys things from Woodcraft because it's local. So that's what I would say it's where it's from. But mandrels, like, it's not so much that some mandrels are way higher quality than a different mandrel might be, but that people do a lot of poor putting your mandrels together sometimes, it seems like. So that's all for there. Fresh to death. Make sure not to drop that stuff. Alright, one second. Let me put these away real quick. For those of y'all who I'm sure no one in here knows or cares, every time I finish up a pin and I'm happy with the result of the finish, or I'm finish up whatever process of whatever I'm doing, and I go, all right, good enough diploma. That is a joke, an old joke from an old Chris Rock stand-up where he was talking about failing out of high school and then going back and getting a GED. And he said, got me a GED. You know what that stands for? Good enough diploma. And I think it's the funniest thing I've ever heard, and now I say it constantly, and I'm not sorry. Alright. Got that ready. Okay. Let's clean off the ends here. Alrighty. Look good, feel good. Let's slow this little buddy down here to the buffing speed, which is, for me, 1810. There we go. And we'll give her the old bufferoo here real quick, like. What time is it? 11:21. We're doing just fine on time. I am digging this pen, y'all. This thing's gonna be cool looking. Yeehaw. Yeah, I definitely want to make a kitless pen out of this. This is so neat looking. This will make a great kitless. She's looking pretty dang good, y'all. Pretty awesome. Okay, so Dave. Here you go. You can be the judge on the finish technique. That's pretty effing cool. That is some sparkly freaking goodness right there. Man. Thanks, Guy Diamond. Okay. Alright. Okey pokies. Drag y'all over here. Get components. Okay. Let's see what's what in here. Appreciate it. That's what we like to try and go for if we can help it. Now then. Let's remember how to put this thing together. Whoop. Alrighty. Alrighty. Not mistaken. You're gonna go like that. Alright. Cool. I think we got her. Ready to assemble. Minions assemble. That's pretty friggin' cool looking. We like those! I like that a lot. Okay. And now, the end is near. So I face the final curtain. I did it my way. There we go. Okay, screw that in. Take this off. Put in the refill. She's gonna be ready to rock, Doc. Well, that's not right. Dave, this one's gonna be, I think, $80. There we go. Alright, Rick. Sorry about that, boss. Okay. That looks pretty dang cool. Alright. Let's get this over here. We ought to take a look at it, shall we? So there you have it. That is the 2 pins of tonight. These are $80 a piece if anybody wants them or knows anybody who wants one. This is a Click Wall Street 2. This one is a Sirocco rhodium and black titanium. But this is what we've all been hanging out watching up to now. So both of these are available. 80 bucks a pop. If anybody wants one, hit me up. Let me know. Boom. Good combos. Alrighty. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. And if you want to see some more of this, you can go and check it out on my YouTube, which is just my name, David Troutman. And if you want to see all of my pins, they're all on my Instagram, which is Instagram at dtroutm0. And if you'd like to help support what we're doing, so we can make more videos, buy more kits, buy more blanks, you can support me on Patreon at patreon.com/dtroutm0, same as the Instagram, and there's a link to the Patreon from Instagram. The first blank is a faux quartz blank. It is all acrylic faux quartz from Woodcraft. Alrighty, appreciate you guys coming and watching the show. Hopefully answer some questions, and hopefully y'all be able to take some of whatever we talked about tonight and apply it to your pin turning. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, you guys. We will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a lovely evening. Alright, bye.